Well, it's been a while since he's on this, Hugo, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's it's nice to be back in what we know, but under the circumstances. So as per, if you're watching this later in the day, I'd say skip forward 10 minutes, and then you'll actually start the quiz. Me and Jack are self-isolating due
Yes.
to the
Oh no.
coronavirus pandemic that started in the year 2019. Although
Yeah.
this one didn't start until maybe 2021, 2020 at least. So
Yeah, we're having a great time.
pretty normal.
It's been okay. I mean, I don't know. We're on what, day 2, and I am just loving life. I got up fairly late today and done something with my day. It's gone
The
by.
absolute dream.
I don't know about you, Hugo, but my day's gone by fairly quickly. I'm not sure what I've done with it, but
I know what you mean. Actually, I did eat a whole bag of Skittles and not Skittles, M&Ms in one go.
Oh, huge! Big fan of that.
I think it's very, I think that had to be done.
Yeah, I had a pack of cookies that I thought would last me a while, but in fact, I am rapidly burning through. But that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, you sort of intend to ration out all the snacks you prepared yourself, and then they've all gone.
Well, I bought a 24-pack of Walker's crisps, which I think should potentially keep me sustained for a few more days.
Hopefully, although if it comes to if you're feeling absolutely ravenous.
Yeah, true. Actually, that's a good point. Right, let's see how things are going. Shall I share anything on the Hillbeat SRC Facebook page?
I already have. I can do that now.
He's on it. He's on it. That's incredible. My hair's been very strange today. I'm not quite sure what it's doing. I think it's the self-isolation is getting to it a little bit
already.
So, apologies for that, but that's fine.
I maybe interrupted partway through the quiz because I'm having a friend, my friend and yours, friend of the show, Joseph Cheadle, dropping me off some McDonald's as a first day of isolation treat.
What a name drop! Can't believe you name drop.
Yeah, sorry to out that I know Joseph Cheadle. But as we're back to doing it from home remotely, do drop something in the YouTube live chat if you'd like us to respond to it.
Please do. Looking at the incredible. So yeah, enjoy. Hopefully you enjoy the quiz. We've got some good rounds lined up for you today, haven't we, Hugo?
We've got some good rounds. We've got some quiz writers who we haven't seen in a while. We've got some classic formats. We've got a bit of a raunchy one, but don't worry, it's family friendly if you're watching with your children. It's sort of family friendly. I'd say it's not really suitable for adults, and it's also not suitable for children. So it's sort of,
it's outside of the Venn diagram.
17, maybe it's the round for you.
Yeah. Well, hopefully enjoy regardless. And of course, if you win the best team name this week, you can choose a round for next week. So this was obviously chosen by the winners of the best team name last week.
Yes, this was going to be the charity special quiz. Obviously, as it's not in person, that might be difficult. So we will reschedule the charity special for sometime in the future. Don't worry. Or, you know what? If you're feeling like you did want to give £1 to something, just pick a charity and donate £1 to them.
Yeah, just do it anyway. Absolutely. I mean,
it's never a bad thing. You don't have to have an excuse to give to charity.
Right.
As always, while we wait, there's an international superstar in front of the show on screen. And as it's sort of in the same series as our in-person quizzes, we have got a break after round 2. I don't know what's going to happen in the break. It might just be me and Jack talking to each other. It might be me eating my McDonald's if it's here by now. We'll see.
It'll be a great time regardless.
With an activity to do, don't worry.
It'll be an excellent time.
Absolutely.
Hopefully,
another 5 minutes.
I just realised that the background is the view out of your window, Hugo.
Sorry?
I just realised that the background is the view out of your window.
Oh yeah, no, it is actually. I thought that I can only take this picture of Hillbeat today, so I did. There it was.
I love it. Huge fan of that. So yeah, we'll start.
In front of the show on as the person before, but that's okay. That just shows what a friend of the show they are.
Right, we can start in a bit. So
Yes, indeedy.
we shall get going soon. I realise that this is an earlier time because we are on the live schedule, aren't we? We're on
We are on the live schedule.
The Vern Buck was live schedule. Good stuff. Okay, so we'll get started in a few, Hugo. Sounds good.
Thank you, Annabelle, for your commiserations. Yes, we are re-imprisoned. It's a good time. I'm having food brought to me. It is like prison, but in a good way. Like they say that prison is good for rehabilitation, gives you some time to think. And so hopefully after this, I will be able to be rehabilitated into society as a model citizen.
We can but dream.
We can but dream. And you know, as what the university said about the test to release, if I'm negative, if Jack and I are negative, we may be out sooner than 10 days time. It may only be 9 days time. Oh, we've got Kieran watching. One of the quiz writers for today.
Glad to see it. That's it. It's going to be a great quiz for all those watching. I hope you have a great time. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh no, I've realised what I've done.
What?
Is
What have you done?
Right, this is directly to you, Annabelle. I'd like to say thank you very much for writing a quiz round. I completely slipped my mind that you wrote one. And so we're going to definitely use yours next week because I have accidentally not included it. I'm very sorry, Annabelle. It does always seem to be you that I do this to. It's not on purpose. It's complete accident.
Don't worry. Blame on the COVID. Blame on the COVID.
Blame on the COVID. But that's good that we've got one ready to go for next week. To be honest, Annabelle, you do get one extra official quiz point for this on your final score. So I hope that helps. Oh no! Oh no! It's a good time.
Fine. It's absolutely fine. Don't worry about it.
She might have muted us for this bit. Oh no, censorship. Oh, sorry. Oh no.
It will see the light of day though. It's not permanently deleted. We will have
Annabelle is of course a friend of the show, but is the show a friend of Annabelle? That is always the question. Yeah. Oh, we've been sent as another isolating household watching us on the big screen, so we're ready to rumble. Or maybe shortly.
Okay.
What in the meantime, we won't get started just yet. But in the meantime, it's our superstar friend of the show was this man. It was Jude Law.
Jude Law. Who'd have thought? I mean, I just say for the start, I did guess it first time. I won't lie. It was a nice calm start to the quiz today.
Nice calm start with a nice picture out of the window. It's a good time. It's all going well. We've got Jude Law on screen. We've got a picture out of the window. We've got censoring Annabelle.
All the prerequisites are here.
Should we make a start, I guess?
Yes. Let's do it. Let's get started.
Here we go. So, question number 1. No, it's the links round. Jack, pray tell. It's been a while. How does the links round work?
Well, Hugo, the links round works as follows. So we are going to show you 9 seemingly general knowledge questions. However, they're actually all linked. They're linked by a single common theme. The theme is the 10th question. The answer to the 10th question is that theme. So answer the 9 questions if you can. And then the 10th question links them together. If you maybe guess the link first, you can use that link to maybe answer some questions you might find harder. Up to you, as long as you do as well as you can do. So
sounds good. Jack, do you want to get rid of the word Rawdon from your...
Yeah, I just realised that was the exact same moment you're about to
sort of block some of your face off.
Yeah.
Right. So, Jack, question number 1.
Okay, question number 1. Which American actress who starred in films including Beetlejuice and Edward Scissorhands appeared as Joyce Byers in Stranger Things? Which American actress who starred in films including Beetlejuice and Edward Scissorhands appeared as Joyce Byers in Stranger Things?
This round brought to you by emerging regular quiz writer, the Brian Collins. So thank you very much, Brian.
Incredible stuff.
What could it be? Oh, we get to do the sort of slower paced online quiz now. Maybe you're watching the Vern, but we can't guarantee that. But if you are, hello. But if you're not, that's okay.
Exactly. Question number 2.
Question number 2.
Which song by David Bowie shares its name with a British fantasy crime drama? Which song by David Bowie shares its name with a British fantasy crime drama?
Do you know your Bowie? Do you know your British fantasy crime? Is British fantasy crime your favourite genre, would you say, Jack?
Fantasy crime is good. I think it's an underappreciated genre. I definitely wouldn't be able to quote that many things as part of it.
Do you think it's Zootropolis?
I mean, what came to mind for me was the Netflix film Bright, starring Will Smith.
Sounds good. Oh yeah, no, I know the one.
Yeah, set in Los Angeles, where mythical creatures and cops exist together.
Maybe that shares its name with a David Bowie song. We'll see. Right. Question number 3.
Question number 3. Which brand of energy drink is named after a type of water buffalo native to the Philippines? Which brand of energy drink is named after a type of water buffalo native to the Philippines?
What could it be?
What could that be?
You can see my window open in that picture in the background. It's now open slightly less at this time of day.
Yeah, that's wise. All those bugs will come in, Hugo.
That's true.
I
stood on the windowsill for a bit and sort of poked my head out the window for a bit of
fresh air.
Sign of the outside world.
Nice.
It's a great time. Would recommend. If you haven't, if you're not isolating for any reason, I really recommend it. So go, come in contact with someone who tests positive for COVID.
Yeah, I mean,
are the views of Hillbilly? No, they're not. They're not the views.
Paradoxically, it's very
free.
free.
My own personal views.
Question number 4. In 1956, a famous mid-air collision occurred, which was the deadliest commercial aviation disaster at the time. Over which US location did this crash occur? In 1956, a famous mid-air collision occurred, which was the deadliest commercial aviation disaster at the time. Over which US location did this crash occur?
Sounds like a tricky question to me.
Interesting stuff.
What would it be?
Good stuff. Question number 5. People will know that.
Here it is.
Sorry? Oh,
question number 5.
That was very surreal. I didn't see the question change. Question number 5. Who was the 3rd president of FIFA from 1921 to 1954, mentioned in the song 3 Lions? Who was the 3rd president of FIFA from 1921 to 1954, mentioned in the song 3 Lions?
I've just got to collect a drop off.
It's arrived. Well, in the meantime, I'll talk to you all about the Euros. So you may have noticed that the Euros competition is happening at the moment. It ties very nicely into this question. Hope you're enjoying it. It's provided some entertainment to me during my self-isolation period. Hugo's back with his McDonald's.
Thank you very much to the friend of the show, Joseph Cheadle. What a treat.
What have you got?
I've got a whole bag of chips. I've got chips. I've got all sorts.
Oh, beautiful.
Question number 5.
Question number 6. Which American sporting event is held on the first Sunday in February each year? Which American sporting event is held on the first Sunday in February each year? Give that one some thought. If you know your American sport, this might be the question for you. I don't typically know my American sport, so this wouldn't be my question, ideally. Hugo, I feel like is very much enjoying his McDonald's.
Oh, so delicious.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear it. I'm really glad to hear it.
I wanted this whole time.
I'm really glad that you've got it. I might have to grab a cookie in a sec. And also I've got my leftovers from my lunch to eat later as well. But enough about our food. Question number 7. Question number 7. Which British referee was the referee for the 2010 FIFA World Cup final? Which British referee was the referee for the 2010 FIFA World Cup final? The football question. It's almost like that's on everyone's minds at the moment. Of course, I imagine it's not on everyone's minds, but
might be.
Yeah, I mean, it's the time, you know. Obviously, the international team that I would support, England, won their first match on Sunday. Was it Sunday? I don't know. I don't know when time. I don't know what time is these days.
No, we don't know about that anymore.
It was an undisclosed period of time ago. Might have been Saturday actually.
Before confinement.
Before the great COVID confinement of 2021.
Right,
question number 8. What is the title of the third Austin Powers film released in 2002? What is the title of the third Austin Powers film released in 2002? And this is another incredible coincidence because, of course, last week, our specialist round was indeed on Austin Powers.
The Brian and Kieran Duggan household. Brian Duggan and Kieran Duggan, that is, are no stranger to an Austin Powers question.
I'm glad to hear it. It is clearly a friend of the show at this point. A cautious friend of the show, because we wouldn't want to necessarily advocate anything that might not necessarily we might regret in the future. So it's a cautious friend. Question number 9.
The cautious friend.
Thank you. Yeah. Question number 9. What is the largest university in the UK for undergraduate education? What is the largest university in the UK for undergraduate education? So think across the UK. Think about all those universities you know. You might have friends there. They might have mentioned that, oh, I go to the largest university in the UK for undergraduate education. If they did, then today's your lucky day because you can use that information to answer this question. So I hope you know that one. I think I've done a sporkle. One of my isolation activities is sporkle. Don't know if you've seen it. It's a great way to kill the hours, the long hours.
We'll keep us going as quiz folk.
It does, yeah. And I think I've done a university one like this before. It's classic.
Right. Question number 10, I guess.
Well, of course, the final question can be none other than what is the link? So what links those previous 9 questions together, or previous 9 answers is probably a better way of saying it, together. That theme is indeed what you want to put for the answer to this question. So hopefully you know what you're doing. And yeah.
Should we run back through these ones?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so question number 1, which American actress who starred in films including Beetlejuice appeared as Joyce Byers? Yep, interesting things. A song by David Bowie that shares his name with a British fantasy crime drama. A brand of energy drink that is named after a Philippine water buffalo. A famous mid-air collision in 1956 over which US location? The third president of FIFA, mentioned in the song 3 Lions. The American sporting event on the first Sunday in February of each year. The British referee that was a referee for the 2010 FIFA World Cup final. The title of the third Austin Powers film that came out in 2002. The largest university in the UK for undergraduate education. And of course, number 10, what links all of those together? So there we go. That's round 1 done. Done. I'm done.
Right, don't worry. I'm back in the room.
He's
I might
back.
dip out of the room again at the break, but there is a break. Don't you worry.
Absolutely right.
Right, off we go. The next round is a classic Kieran Duggan round, classic Vern Barker's format. It's a word snake. It's a classic word snake. So the word snake works is that the final letter of one answer is the first letter of the next one, and so on and so on. And then the last letter of the final answer is the first letter of the first answer. So it loops around, creating a sort of long chain, or snake, if you will. And all of these are about Australia. So we have a little theme there. Question 1. Which Australian band wrote and performed the hit song Down Under? Down Under. Which Australian band wrote and performed the 1980 hit song Down Under?
I know that one, Hugo. I think I potentially have heard of that one before.
Interesting, I wonder what it could be.
So if you know that one. Of course, that's the 3 constituent animals that exist in Australia.
Don't name them.
Sure. Sorry?
Don't name them.
Don't worry, I was just making reference.
Interesting. So that's surprising looking ones there.
Question number 2.
Question number 2. Often seen as a symbol of Australia, which animal appears on the logo of national airline Qantas and is from the family Macropodidae? Often seen as a symbol of Australia, what animal appears on the logo of the national airline Qantas and is from the family Macropodidae?
Interesting. If you know your Australian airline or your Australian families,
Or,
then this
or
might be the question for you.
do you think if you know your Australian families, you'll know this? Like if you know the Minogues.
Yeah, I think so. You can probably infer it from this.
Right, sorry. Question number 3. What type of U-shaped lake formed when a meander a river is cut off? It's called a billabong in Australia. Which type of U-shaped lake formed when a meander of a river is cut off? It's called a billabong in Australia. We're after one word. We're after a one-word answer.
Potentially, this is right up my street. This question.
Right up your alley. Billabongs.
A partaker of a geography degree.
There's a surf shop in Cornwall called Billabong.
Yeah, I really like Billabong stuff. It's the photographer that I have on Instagram is sponsored by them.
There you go. Right, question number 4. Which word precedes Matilda in the name of the famous Outback-inspired poem and song, often called Australia's unofficial national anthem? Which word precedes Matilda in the name of the famous Outback-inspired poem and song, often called Australia's unofficial national anthem? Jack's off. Maybe he's having a cookie. Can't blame him there. So if you know your Matilda, this might be the question for you. And reminder, it's a word snake. So the last letter of each answer is the first letter of the next one. Has he got a cookie?
Not quite yet. I went for a glass of water.
Fair play. Oh, you've got a sink in your room, haven't you?
I do.
Lucky duck.
It's very handy.
Right, question 5. Which peninsula in Turkey gives its name to a campaign in the First World War, which is sometimes cited as the genesis of Australian national identity?
Ooh.
Which peninsula in Turkey gives its name to a campaign in the First World War, which is sometimes cited as the genesis of Australian national identity? What are you doing?
Interesting question, that one. Bit of history in there, bit of geography in there.
Do you ever go for the McDonald's sweet curry sauce? Quite nice.
I don't really go to McDonald's that much, Hugo. I hate to say.
No, I know. You always go to flipping Hess and Blumenthal's restaurants or whatever.
Not true.
Get flipping Hugh Fernley Whittingstall takeaway. I don't know whether him. He's not like exactly a gourmet chef. Maybe he is. Question number. I'm sure he is. No, he's brilliant. No shame to friend of the show, Hugh Fernley Whittingstall.
Absolutely not.
Question number 6. On the 23rd of March 2017, which country's national football team drew 1-1 with Australia in a World Cup qualifier? On the 23rd of March 2017, which country's national football team drew 1-1 with Australia in a World Cup qualifier? That sounds very hard if you know that. That's very impressive.
That is very difficult. Best of luck to whoever knows that one.
Best of luck, even more luck if you don't.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
Because maybe just go for a guess. What could it be?
Give that one some thought.
Let's move on to the next one. If you don't know it, put a guess. Maybe you might be able to get it from the word snake, actually. Question 7. Which Australian state is the second largest and third most populous and contains the cities of Brisbane and the Gold Coast? Which Australian state is the second largest and third most populous and contains the cities of Brisbane and the Gold Coast?
I was doing a
sporkle. To use the word snake constraints to get you a state.
I was doing a sporkle today that was name the 10 largest cities in Australia. And those two came up.
The Gold Coast came up?
Yeah. There's like a metro area.
The Gold Coast is a city, is it?
I mean, it says this contains the cities of Brisbane and the Gold Coast, so we'd probably assume so. Yeah.
Who'd have thought?
Wild times.
Right. Question number 7. No, 8. Which Australian cricketer is widely regarded as the greatest batsman of all time, ending his career with a Test batting average of 99.94? Which
That's
Australian
ridiculous.
cricketer is widely regarded as the greatest batsman of all time, ending his career with a Test batting average of 99.94? Now, I don't know my cricket, but that sounds impressive.
Surely that's very impressive. I feel like it definitely is.
I mean, it's not quite 100, is it?
No, true, I guess, but also
If it's like what percentage like perfect are you, then that's pretty good. But if it's like what percentage bad are you, then that's quite bad.
yeah, that's true. I don't know. I don't know anymore. I don't know what to make of it, Hugo.
Very good, Kieran Wright's question, because I know he's not a cricket man.
That's a good point.
So thank you so much for your selflessness there. Question number 9. Which Australian soap opera launched the careers of Kylie Minogue and Jason Donovan? Which Australian soap opera launched the careers of Kylie Minogue and Jason Donovan? And there we have the Minogues again.
Well,
Another
who would have
Australian
thought that
soap
we'd
opera.
have a callback like that? That wasn't even planned.
Yeah, exactly. Like a call forward. There's a cataphoric reference? Anaphoric reference.
I don't know.
Oh, you did English A level. Oh, you
I
bet.
did, but I did English literature A level.
No,
I didn't do
it's
English
not right.
language.
Right. Question number 10. Australian artist James Gleeson was a member of which worldwide artistic movement? Australian artist James Gleeson was a member of which worldwide artistic movement? I'm reminded that the last letter of this one will be the first letter of the first answer.
There we go. That is the round 2 done, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to run through them again quickly?
Yeah, I'm going to do them again. Right. Question number 1. Which Australian band wrote and performed the 1980 hit song Down Under? Question 2. Often seen as a symbol of Australia, which animal appears on the logo of the national airline Qantas and is from the family Macropodidae? Question 3. Which type of U-shaped lake formed when a meander of a river is cut off? It's called a billabong in Australia, one word. Question number 4. Which word often precedes Matilda in the name of a famous Outback of Fire poem and song, often called Australia's unofficial national anthem? Question 5. Which peninsula in Turkey gives its name to a campaign in the First World War and which is sometimes cited as the genesis of Australian national identity? Question number 6. On 23rd of March 2017, which country's national football team drew 1-1 with Australia in the World Cup Qualifier? Question number 7. Which Australian state is the second largest and third most populous and contains the cities of Brisbane and the Gold Coast? Question number 8. Which Australian cricketer is widely regarded as the greatest batsman of all time, ending his career with a test batting average of 99.94? Question number 9. Which Australian soap opera launched the careers of Kylie Minogue and Jason Donovan? And question number 10. Australian artist James Gleeson was a member of which worldwide artistic movement? A reminder, it all loops around, it all connects together through the first and last letters of them all. Right, there we go. That's our Australia word snake. Now we're going to have a little break, but don't worry, there's an activity for you to do at the break. If you follow this link here, bit.ly/HB election, it'll take you to a very important link. Do this if you haven't already, because we really need you to, because we need to reach a certain number of votes. If you're a Hillbeat student, if you're a member of Hillbeat SLC, follow this link and vote in the Hillbeat election. You may think there's only one candidate for each role running. It's not important. It is important, and we need you to do it. So take this moment. Me and Jack are going to have a few minutes off, and Jack, I'll message you when we're ready to go.
Okay.
And in the meantime, please do follow this link and vote in the Hillbeat election. That would be very much appreciated. See you shortly.
Enjoy.
Hello. Hope you enjoyed the break. Hope you've done that. And maybe get your friends to do it as well. Actually, definitely do. If you get your friends to do it, then it'll be a great time. And maybe we'll give you some sort of reward. Maybe. You never know. Mozzarella dip is back at McDonald's, and it was a great time.
Hello.
Hey, Jack.
I'm also returned.
That was much fun during the break?
Yeah, great fun, thank you.
I'm glad to hear it.
Woo. When should we get started to resume then?
It will be soon. Oh, we've had 4 new votes.
I think we've done
4
it. I think
people
we made
voted.
it.
Thank you so much, you 4. If you want to be part of this amazing statistic, this heartwarming, amazing social movement and show of democracy, then do follow that link, bit.ly/HB election, and tell your friends to follow that same link. Right. Off we go with the next round. This is a classic Lawrence McLeod picture round. Here we go. It's just pictures. It's just name them. It's just name them. Same as.
It's a
Plain
classic.
as, I mean. So, yeah. In the city.
Name that city. What is it? Where is that? What is it? Please, can you tell me? This is my dream round, Hugo. I'm sure you know this, but it is my dream round.
It's not necessarily all named cities. It's a mixed bag.
There we go. Oh, look at that. We're getting there. Slowly but surely. The election currently.
They're climbing up.
We'll get there.
Right, next up, question number 3. No, question number 2. Before we have that, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Sorry, Jack, this is your round. Not very much for you to say there.
Question number 2. Where is this? What city is this? Can you tell me? Have you got any idea at all?
Name the city. I hope if you can see the screen.
Yes, so if you know this one, put it down. Make sure you, get the right one down. Question number 3.
Number 3. Name the figure.
Figure.
So it's all name there, and then the thing at the top.
Is well, black and white. What does that maybe mean? What? Potentially that means it was maybe taken before last week.
Yeah, because I think black and white pictures happened before last week.
Yeah, potentially.
If last week ever even happened.
So if that's maybe a clue for you there, hopefully that'll help.
It was that period of time that was long ago, but not that long ago, you know?
Yeah.
Might help you out. Right. Question number 4.
Question number 4. Who is that figure? I don't know about you, but he looks very friendly. He looks like someone that I would really like to speak to. I'm sure I got on very well with this person.
Yeah, definitely. Are you sure?
I think I maybe know who this person is.
Okay, fair play.
Yeah.
Name that figure. This is in colour, you may notice. So maybe it's either from before black and white pictures or from after black and white pictures. For the record,
the record show that this is this neither here nor there whether I would like to or not like to get on with this person. If you want to know my real opinion, you'll have to wait for the answers.
If we all know who it is. Right, let's go. Question number 5.
Question number 5, that artist. Who is the artist? Who is that?
Arguably also a figure, but also an artist. So
artist, figure, city, all the same.
And we're after the person rather than the item that they may be playing. So
hopefully you're knowing this, because I sure hope you do.
That's fingers crossed, yeah. Absolutely.
Question number 6.
Question number 6.
Yeah, that's good. We're moving rapidly towards The event that should neither be for children nor for adults.
Let's see if we get there. Right, who is this? Who is this collective artist?
Who could it be? Question number 7.
Question number 7.
Who is that actor?
They've got a big arrow above them, so that's the one we mean.
Appreciate this from Lawrence. It's a huge choice there.
Don't give it. Come on.
Hey, hang on. I haven't given anything away.
It's
Between me and Lawrence.
That's fair. Fair play. That's quite a hard one. It's quite a small picture of them, but can you get that actor? Right.
I think the context is more from probably what the film might be.
No, I wouldn't have got it. I would have got it from the person, I think.
I doubt that.
Right, question number 8.
Actor.
We mean voice actor in this instance.
Which horse plays this role?
No, yeah. See, that might be how you think of it, but actually we're after what is the voice actor of this character?
Who is the voice actor of this person? You know, potentially, maybe it's iconic, maybe it's not. It's not our place to say.
Maybe it's a film you've never heard of before. Maybe it's a film you have heard of before. Maybe time will tell. Right, 9. Question number 9. Name that misc.
Name that misc. It's a fine-looking misc as well.
Specifically, what is this? Not like, oh, it's something from this thing. No, we want specifically within that thing. What is it? What's it called?
Misc. Well, if you know that one, that means only one more thing for it. You've got to go on to question 10, which is, of course, what's that misc?
Oh. Hello.
Hang on.
What is this?
Could that be?
What could it be from? That might help you out. Do you think you know where it's from? It's actually from somewhere else.
Do those fillings potentially give anything away? I don't know.
Time will tell.
Right then. I think that potentially is a classic round. See, we can do picture rounds now because we're doing it all online.
Back again. That's one advantage. One of the many advantages in self-isolation. Really recommend it.
Yeah.
Let's go through these again. So we have this city. Name this city. Name this city. Name this figure. Name this figure. Name this artist. Name this artist. Name this actor with the arrow there. Name this voice actor. Name this miscellaneous thing. Name this miscellaneous thing. There we go. That's the name the round next. And next up,
huge.
It's a round you've been waiting for. It's our specialist round on sex toys.
Yay!
We're treading carefully to try and keep it family friendly because my family watch it. Watch the quiz. So, Jack, why are we having a round on sex toys?
Well, Hugo, I'll tell you why we're doing a round on sex toys. The winners of the best team name last week, they were able to choose any kind of round they wanted, any kind of round they desired at all. And they decided to go with sex toys as their round for this week. So, as a result, we obviously were more than happy to oblige, and we wrote them a round on sex toys, and here it is in this quiz for you to do. So, if you win the best team name this week, you can then choose a specialist round for the following week. So,
it's playful. We'll do a post like old times. Right, question number 1. Yeah. One of the most well-known types of sex toy is only 2 letters away from the first name of beloved hobbit Bilbo Baggins, who plays Bilbo in the Lord of the Rings films. This might let you know the tone we're going for here, how close to the link we're going.
Like we're doing 10 question 10s. That's fine. That's no issue at all. Here at the Van Bar Quiz, we make sure that we're catering for all the audiences. So there we go. I hope that you find that very interesting indeed. Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Question 2.
Right. Question
I guess.
2. Let's carry on with our sex toys. Erotic furniture is also considered a type of sex toy. What is the world's largest furniture retailer, erotic or otherwise? Erotic furniture is also considered a type of sex toy. What's the world's largest furniture retailer, erotic or otherwise?
I think I'm learning so much.
I, in an incognito tab, looked up sex toys on Wikipedia, and what a time it was.
Obviously the incognito aspect of that is obligatory.
Obviously, as keeper of the college chastity, I am legally obliged to be sex negative.
Your term almost runs out on that one, doesn't it?
Nearly, actually. It's going to be difficult. Obviously, we're going to have to do the handover, but we don't really do physical contact, so that's going to be...
We'll just wink at each other.
Absolutely. Right, question number 3. Another category of sex toy is the sex machine. In which Queen song does this phrase appear? Another category of sex toy is the sex machine. In which Queen song does this phrase appear?
Yeah, classic.
Tell you what, in my McDonald's burger, slightly more onion than I was bargaining for.
That's a shame. You're getting quite a lot of onion tasting tastes.
A little bit. I might have to take it out for the next go.
Yeah,
I've just got a notification from Poker 2.
Oh, I got the same one as well. I got it at the exact same time.
I'm going to have to permanently block notifications from.
Is it the French one?
I clicked on it by accident. Oh no! Now
is it Laissez le bon temps rouler?
Yeah, it's slightly strange. Why I don't know why it was in French. Question number 4. A further type of sex toy is the horseshoe. Yeah, I'll leave that to your imagination what that might consist of if you don't know. Traditionally, what profession puts shoes on horses, combining some blacksmith and veterinary skills? A further type of sex toy is the horseshoe. Traditionally, what profession puts shoes on horses, combining some blacksmith and veterinary skills? So the answer after is not blacksmith.
It's not blacksmith.
Or vet.
What? That's so disappointing, Hugo.
So what is the traditional profession that puts shoes on horses specifically? That's like the whole job.
I'm not sure about that one. Question number 5?
Yeah, next up, question number 5. Some sex toys are made with medical grade borosilicate glass. Borosilicate glass is glass containing silica and boron trioxide. Name the chemical formula for either one of these two substances. So some sex toys are made with medical grade borosilicate glass. Borosilicate glass is glass containing silica and boron trioxide. Name the chemical formula for one of these two substances.
There's one for all you chemists out there.
Yeah, and obviously, if you know anything about sex toys, you'll get all of these.
Yeah, absolutely, of course. Naturally, that is always the way it's supposed to be.
We might finish this quiz in record time, you know.
Oh, we've got to do the answers, you know, and everything.
We've got to do the answers and the results and getting it. That's true. Right, should we carry on?
Yeah, let's do it.
Question 6. Sex toys have a long and noble history. For example, there's reference to them in the 411 BCE play Lysistrata, by which ancient Athenian playwright? Sex toys have a long and noble history. For example, there's reference to them in the 411 BCE play Lysistrata, by which ancient Athenian playwright?
What a play! What a play it is too.
How would you say that play name, Jack?
Lysistrata.
Lysistrata. That's what I said.
Ah, yes.
Lysistrata. So I don't know about. I didn't go to private school on my track, so I don't know about ancient.
It's not true.
That's why he's friends with so many flipping fascist leaders. Question. No, that's
such a spoiler.
Question number 7. According to Brown University, what household appliance can you use to clean silicon sex toys? According to Brown University, what household appliance can you use to clean silicon sex toys?
To be fair, some things are more important than spoilers, and that was one of those things.
I think so.
So there we go. Hopefully you know your Brown University studies, because if you do, you might be in with a chance of getting this question right.
Absolutely.
Do you not agree, Hugo?
I definitely agree. Right, next up, question number 8. Which Netflix original series includes main characters who set up a sex toy company? It stars Lily Tomlin and Jane Fonda. Which Netflix original series includes main characters who set up a sex toy company? It stars Lily Tomlin and Jane Fonda.
Isn't this Stranger Things?
We'll
Oh,
see.
what did they do? Can't believe I gave it away.
Is that hard Jack? Is that what they do in season 2, season 3? No, season 4, I guess.
Yeah, it hasn't come out
Of
yet.
Stranger Things.
You see the trailer, you can see them like the subtle hints
When
towards
the
that.
children grow up. Let's
They
leave
grow
it
up
there.
fast in the 70s.
Question number 9. In 2014, artist Paul McCarthy was the object of praise and criticism for his 24-meter sculpture Tree. Ostensibly, this was a minimalist Christmas tree, but it was actually a giant butt plug. In which city was this erected? Sorry.
Inappropriate.
In 2014, I mean this whole round. In 2014, artist Paul McCarthy was the object of praise and criticism for his 24-meter sculpture Tree. Ostensibly, this is a minimalist Christmas tree, but it was actually a giant butt plug. In which city was this erected?
Oh, well, that's a very good question. I have absolutely no idea the answer. I really hope that the team that suggested the sex toys round is suitably happy with the result. They made this. They set these events into motion.
And just goes to show, if you pick a round and it's not like actually offensive, we'll make a quiz on it.
Is this not? I ask.
Right, here we go. Question number 10. While not strictly speaking a sex toy, reportedly Prince Albert is an item that can enhance enjoyment during a sexual act. Albert is a name that, if you change the final letter to a Y, becomes Albury. The Albury Theatre in London's West End is now called the Noel Coward Theatre and was the setting of the first theatrical production in 1975 of which 1908 novel by E.M. Forster.
Yes.
So the Albury Theatre in London's West End is now called the Noel Coward Theatre and was the setting of the first theatrical production in 1975 of which 1908 novel by E.M. Forster. What could it be? Maybe former quizzes might help you out with this one. Who knows? Right, I'm going to nip through these questions again.
Do it.
Question number 1. I'm going to read the last part. You know the connection to sex toys. Who plays Bilbo in the Lord of the Rings films? Question number 2. What is the world's largest furniture retailer? Question number 3. In which Queen song does the phrase sex machine appear? Question number 4. Traditionally, what profession puts shoes on horses, combining some blacksmith and veterinary skills? Question number 5. Name the chemical formula for either silica or boron trioxide. Question number 6. Which ancient Athenian playwright wrote Lysistrata in 411 BCE? What household appliance can you use to clean silicon sex toys, according to Brown University? Question number 8. What thing starring Lily Tomlin and Jane Fonda includes them setting up a sex toy company? Question number 8. In which city was Paul McCarthy's sculpture Tree erected? And which 1908 novel by E.M. Forster is described in this question? Right, there we go. And next up, you know what the round is. Come rain or shine.
I physically cannot wait.
It's the wipeout round. Jack, how does the wipeout round work?
Well, Hugo, the wipeout round works as follows. So we're going to show you 10 seemingly general knowledge questions. They are actually general knowledge questions, but the key for this one is that if you write down an answer that you're not completely confident with, then unfortunately for you, it's wrong. That will be 0 points the entire round. So you've got to make sure that the answer you're putting down, you're confident with, that it's right, because otherwise, if you get it wrong, that's 0 points the whole round. So.
This round brought to us by Niall, friend of the show, long time Vern Barker's contributor. So thank you very much, Niall. So here we go. Question number 1. Go ahead, Jack.
Question number 1. In Gavin and Stacey, how many times has Stacey been engaged before Gavin? In Gavin and Stacey, how many times has Stacey been engaged before Gavin? Interesting. One for you, Gavin and Stacey.
Then I guess it won't be a spoiler. Or maybe it will. Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows? Who knows?
Right. Here we go. Following on with question number 2.
Question number 2. Which English city was known as Durley Ponte before the Roman withdrawal from Britain? Which English city was known as Ponte before the Roman withdrawal from Britain? So give that one some thought.
Here we have a still from Horrid Henry in the background. Just because.
It's a classic. It's a classic show.
It's a classic show. Right, question number 3.
Question number 3. Where in the human body would you find the medulla oblongata? Where in the human body would you find the medulla oblongata?
I wonder what to say.
Yeah. Give that one some thought. Give that one some good thought. Yeah. Question number 4.
Question number 4.
In what century was Genghis Khan born? In what century was Genghis Khan born? Good.
Why do you guess a century? Because you might wipe out. Whoa, raising the jeopardy as ever.
You don't want to be wiping out in this round because that could mean loss of a lot of points.
Yeah.
Question number 5.
Question number 5.
What French fashion house created the perfume opium? What French fashion house created the perfume opium? Well, I don't know, but I hope someone at home does.
Not normally do we go away from the Van Barkewoods with a bit of homework, but I hope everyone does take away the fact that they should get all their friends to vote in the Hillbead SLC election that's currently going on. Question number 6.
Question number 6. What pastry is named after the Greek for leaf? What pastry is named after the Greek for leaf? If you know your Greek and you know your culinary pastry styles, then I think you'll be in with a shout of getting the answer right here. So hopefully you know this one. Question number 7.
Question number 7.
What is the first name of Inspector Morse? What is the first
Inspector
name of Inspector Morse? Yes, so did I. So I'm very surprised here.
All right, Inspector. That's what. Oh, Mr. and Mrs. Morse. What are you naming your baby? Oh, it's Inspector. What a beautiful name.
Of course, if your name is Inspector, you have to live up to that legacy.
That's true. It sort of pigeonholed him. Again, he wasn't called like a bus conductor or something.
No, exactly.
I guess maybe he would have gone on to the same profession, and then it would have just been bus conductor Morse.
Correct. Question number 8. What non-negative number doesn't have its own Roman numeral? What non-negative number doesn't have its own Roman numeral? Interesting.
Interesting.
A bit of a brain twister there. So hopefully, if you know it, that's a good thing.
Right. Bit of a brain twister. Let's go on. Question number 9.
Question number 9. What is the capital city of Zimbabwe? What is the capital city of Zimbabwe?
Zimbabwe came up in a sport me and Jack both did earlier.
It did. I didn't get that one.
No, me neither.
I didn't get. So there we go. Question number 10.
Question number 10.
The Taedong River flows in which country, north or south? The Taedong River flows in which country, north or South Korea?
Tell you what, plenty of geography in this.
There is. I love to see it. I hugely love to see it.
Right, there we go. North or south? It's 50-50, but high jeopardy. 50-50, you get a point. Or the other 50%, you can wipe out.
You don't exactly. It's very difficult. It is difficult. I don't envy that decision that you'll have to make.
Some of the hardest. That's like that Meryl Streep film, honestly. Right, let's go through these again. Right, in Gavin and Stacey, how many times has Stacey been engaged before Gavin? Question number 2, which English city known as the Borosilicate before Roman withdrawal from Britain? Question number 3, Where in the human body would you find the medulla oblongata? Question number 4. In which century was Genghis Khan born? Question number 5. Which French fashion house created the perfume opium? Question number 6. Which pastry is named for the Greek Philippe? Question number 7. What's the first name of the Inspector Morse? What's the non-negative number? Doesn't have its own Roman numeral. Question number 9. What's the capital of Zimbabwe? And question number 10. The Taedong River flows in which country? North Korea or South Korea? Sorry to steal that job from you, Jack. We're going through the
It's fine. It's fine.
Right. So have a little think. Have a little peruse through. I really enjoyed my mozzarella dippers.
I'm so glad to hear it. Right. Let's go through them. As in, go through the answers. That's what I mean by that.
Pens down, I guess.
Pens straight down.
Pens down. Take your pens, throw them down.
Throw them right down.
So we're going through the answers. So stop writing. Pick up a new pen. We're going to mark them. And you're going to add up your scores at the end. Also think of a team name because you're going to need to make a team name. Here we go. Through the answers. Round number 1 was the links round. I'm just going to get up my little notes as to why it's these things. Right, okay, question number 1. The American actress was Winona Ryder. Winona Ryder. Classic Winona Ryder. And then we had Ashes to Ashes. We will also accept as an answer, although it doesn't fit the link, Life on Mars. We'll also accept Life on Mars, which Ashes to Ashes was a spin-off of. So if you put Life on Mars, you can have the point, but that won't help you get the link. The one we were after that gets the link is Ashes to Ashes. Brand of energy drink was Carabao. Then we have the Grand Canyon. Jules Rimet still dreaming, wherever he is in the world. Then we had the Super Bowl. Howard Webb was this one. Howard, very well impressive you got that. Gold Member was this one. Gold Member. Classic witty Austin Powers names as ever. The Open University, this one. And the link, well then if you got it, was they're all famous sporting competitions or trophies. They're all famous sporting competitions or trophies. I'll show you what I mean. So the Ryder Cup is of course in golf, the Ashes in cricket, the Carabao Cup in football, the Grand National you're thinking of here, but you guess Grand Prix would work as well. Jules Rimet was of course the old name for the World Cup. The Super Bowl is a big competition in American football. The Webb Ellis Trophy in rugby. Gold medals, or lots of other gold things in sports. And the link, Open University, French Open, or the Golf Open, whatever you're thinking there. And the link was, of course, famous sporting competitions or trophies or something along those lines. We'll don't forget that. Right, then we had our Australia word snake, Jack.
So this was question number 1 was men at work. Men at work. Question number 2 was a kangaroo. Kangaroo for that one.
Like the camel in the background as well.
Correct, exactly. Question number 3 is oxbow. Oxbow there. Question number 4 was a waltzing. Question number 5 was Gallipoli. Question number 6 was Iraq. Iraq was the one that drew with Australia. Question number 7 is Queensland. Queensland is the place there. Question number 8 was Don Bradman. Don Bradman for you there. Question number 9 was Neighbours. The Australian soap opera was Neighbours.
Everybody has good neighbours.
Absolutely right. And question number 10 was Surrealism. That is the artistic movement there.
Oh no, let's run through these again. Hope we got those. Right, then we have the names. This is Rome. Simple as, it's Rome. This is Hong Kong. We had Rome, then we had Hong Kong. Charles de Gaulle, or de Gaulle. Charles de Gaulle. Jack's best friend, Jair Bolsonaro.
Not true. I very much do not like that man.
Jack's best friend. Then we had Louis Armstrong, my best friend. Then we had the Backstreet Boys. Saoirse Ronan. Well done if you spelt it right. You don't need to have spelt it right. Saoirse Ronan there. This is Eddie Murphy playing Handsome Donkey in Shrek 2. This is basalt. You need basalt here. We're not accepting cobblestone. We're not accepting Minecraft block. You need basalt.
Got a basalt.
And this is a Big Mac. It's a Big Mac, of course, with the signature roll bun in the middle as well. Right, then we had our secretoids. Jack.
Good stuff. Okay, so question number 1, that is Ian Holm. Ian Holm there. Question number 2, IKEA is the answer there, IKEA. Question number 3 is Don't Stop Me Now. Don't Stop Me Now. Question number 4 is Farrier. Farrier. Question number 5 is SiO2 or B2O3. So sulfur dioxide. No, silicon. Oh, we know that already. It's fine. Silicon, not sulfur.
Yeah, either of those are the point.
That is Aristophanes. Aristophanes there. Question number 7 was a dishwasher. Dishwasher can be used.
Dishwasher.
Question number 8 was Grace and Frankie is the answer there.
Grace and Frankie. Also the names of 2 friends of the show.
Question number 9 was Paris. Paris is your answer there. Question number 10 was a room with a view. Of course it was a room with a view. It couldn't be anything else.
Had to be a room with a view. And then we had our wipeout round. Reminder, if you got any of these last 10 questions, these wipeout questions, if you've got it written down and it's not crossed out and it's wrong, that is 0 points for the entire round. You have wiped out. Other than that, it's just 1 point per right answer. 5 times. Stacey's been engaged 5 times. The English city was Cambridge. Ponte probably meaning bridge. On Cambridge there. The brain. The brain was what we wanted here. The brain. Then 12th century. It's born in the 12th century. Opium is by Yves Saint Laurent. Yves Saint Laurent. If you put YSL, we'll give you that.
Greens.
Philo. Philo was a type of pastry, of course. He's called Endeavour Morse, which isn't much better than Inspector, to be fair.
It's not, is it?
0 doesn't have its own Roman numeral. 0. Harare was the answer here. Harare. And then we had North Korea. North Korea. So please, I'm going to make a post on the Hillbeat SLC page. And please comment on it. Please comment your team name and your score.
Please do. I beg of you.
Right, that's posted. Please comment on that post on Hillbeat SLC Facebook page, your score and your team name. And in the meantime, you know what? Wait. Whoa, let's see where we're going. Oh. There we are. Why don't you follow that link? It's a fun extra mystery link. See where it may take you. And share it with your friends, because it would really help us out.
Please vote. Only good things can come of it.
Only good things can come of it. You don't even have to. You have to vote, but read the manifestos. We're not forcing you to vote for any candidate. You can vote for Roman notions if you want. All we want is the votes. We just want numbers on sheets.
It'll be great. It will be great. So yeah, vote please. I hope that you enjoy it, the voting process, and then we will sort out answers, scores and team names in just a second.
I've just seen a strong team name.
Glad to hear it.
Here they come in. In days like this, I don't think.
I'm out of one.
And the vaccine.
Everyone get vaccinated. You're all, well, if you're 21 and over, get vaccinated.
Good answers. It should say results. Let the record show.
Righty ho. Shall we sort out how are we getting them flooding in, Hugo?
I reckon we can go from there. I reckon let's go from there.
Okay.
So I'm gonna. Of those, I think you'd agree with me that as it's the Hugo and Jack isolation special, I think the winner surely has to be at least you have a room with a view.
Oh, it's excellent. That's true, and we both do.
Room with a view, and the fact that me and Jack both have rooms with views.
I have the cathedral. I can see the cathedral from my room. You can see the leafy back of Hild from his room.
Lovely.
Great, that's perfect. I agree. Great team name. So who had the winning score, Hugo?
I'll get back to you.
Very exciting indeed.
I nearly wasn't time for it to come back. But let's not forget, anyway, that Annabelle, because she was cruelly snubbed, does get a bonus point. The winner is Annabelle does have hay fever with 36 points, but actually 37 points. Very well done, Annabelle. And your whole team. And Jack and all.
Nicely
Here's your
done.
prize. It's a lovely gift of the cat.
Oh,
Because
that's
why
excellent.
not? I think we all need a gift of the cat sometimes.
What a great prize.
Having a lovely time. I can now reveal that the special round for next week will be Death in Paradise.
Oh, well then. That's an excellent choice.
That'll be a copyright
How
choice.
exciting.
It's a huge time though. So that's going to be that next week. Thank you very much for joining us. Very well done to Annabelle Does Have Hay Fever. Thanks to everyone who came with us. Thank you for watching the Vern. We love you very much. Sorry you can't be there.
I mean, next week will probably be online as well, just because, for no other reason than it'll probably be the day before the ball.
Are we having one next week? We'll keep you posted if we have one next week.
Yeah, okay, that's a good point. We might have one next week anyway. So
but we might
keep an eye on
we'll try and have one the week after. So
yeah,
keep your eyes posted. Right, there we go. I haven't got any more to say, have you, Jack?
No, I very much not. So hopefully
vote in the SLC election, please.
Yep, vote in the election, and we'll see you very soon. See you all in a bit.